Have you ever wondered why some people effortlessly achieve their goals, while others struggle to make even small changes stick? In his best-selling book, Atomic Habits, James Clear reveals the hidden power of tiny habits. Clear, a leading expert on habits and personal growth, provides a practical roadmap to making small adjustments that lead to extraordinary results. If you're ready to transform your life by changing your daily routines, keep listening. You might think small habits can't significantly change your life, but that's not true. Imagine a plane flying from Los Angeles to New York. If the pilot shifts the plane's direction just slightly, by a few degrees, the plane lands hundreds of miles away, in Washington, D.C., instead of New York. Small habits work the same way. One short jog won't make you fit overnight, and eating one pizza won't instantly ruin your health. But over months and years, tiny choices compound into huge results. Think about your current trajectory, not just your immediate results. If you're saving a little money every month, your bank balance might not change dramatically right away, but eventually you'll have significant savings. On the other hand, if you're wealthy but spending more than you earn, your finances are heading toward trouble, even if it doesn't feel that way today. Real change doesn't require dramatic effort. You don't need to completely reinvent yourself. Instead, focus on small, consistent actions that gradually build into powerful habits. What tiny changes could you start making today? Have you ever flipped on a light switch without thinking? That's the power of habits at work. Habits are automated behaviors we've learned through repetition. When a behavior consistently solves a problem or satisfies a desire, our brain learns to repeat it effortlessly. Back in the 19th century, psychologist Edward Thorndike observed cats escaping from puzzle boxes. At first, the cats randomly tried to escape, but soon they discovered a lever that opened the box. After repeated trials, they instantly pressed the lever. The cats had formed a habit because it provided a satisfying outcome: freedom. Every habit begins with a cue, something that triggers an action. Next comes craving, the desire to change your state. Then you respond with an action, and finally, you experience a reward. Think about your morning coffee. Waking up is your cue. Craving alertness leads to making coffee, and the reward is feeling awake and energized. Understanding this habit loop helps you build positive habits and eliminate negative ones. Ask yourself, what cues trigger your current habits, and how can you adjust them to improve your life? To build new habits effectively, your cues need to be obvious and hard to miss. Consider the research of Dr. Anne Thorndike, who wanted her patients to eat healthier without making conscious decisions. She rearranged her hospital cafeteria, placing water prominently and soda in less obvious locations. The result? People naturally chose water more often, simply because it was more visible. Your environment significantly shapes your behavior. Want to play guitar more? Keep it visible in your living room. Trying to eat healthier? Keep fruit and vegetables visible on your counter. When you make your desired habits obvious, you're more likely to follow through. Another powerful strategy is implementation intentions. Clear plans about exactly when and where you'll perform a habit. Instead of saying you'll exercise more, say, I will run 2 miles every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 7 a.m. Studies show people who define their habits this clearly follow through far more often. Ask yourself, how can you rearrange your environment today, or create clearer plans to easily trigger your desired habits? Our brains love rewards. Neuroscientists discovered that simply anticipating pleasure releases dopamine, a chemical that motivates us to act. That's why looking forward to something can feel almost as good as actually experiencing it. Use this natural drive to your advantage by making good habits attractive through a technique called temptation bundling. Ronan Byrne, an engineering student, wanted to exercise more, but he found it boring. To solve this, he rigged his exercise bike so Netflix would only play if he pedaled fast enough. Suddenly, exercising became appealing. You can apply this principle to your life easily. Need to do household chores? Bundle them with your favorite podcast or audiobook. Want to exercise regularly? Only allow yourself to watch your favorite show at the gym. Soon, you'll anticipate these previously boring tasks with excitement. Think about your daily routine. What necessary habits could you bundle with activities you genuinely enjoy? Creating habits that stick requires making them extremely easy to adopt. The author calls this reducing friction. For example, if sending greeting cards is challenging, keep cards organized by occasion at home, making it effortless to send one when needed. Conversely, if you want to reduce bad habits, increase friction. To watch less TV, remove the remote batteries, making turning it on more inconvenient. Another easy-to-follow strategy is the 2-minute rule. Any new habit can start with something that takes just 2 minutes. Want to become a reader? Commit to reading only 2 pages a night. Want to get fit? Begin by simply putting on your workout clothes daily. Once you started, you're likely to continue. Ask yourself, what small, easy action could you start today that would move you toward your larger goals? Immediate satisfaction helps habits stick. Stephen Luby, a public health researcher, dramatically improved hand-washing habits in Karachi, Pakistan, simply by introducing pleasant-smelling soap. People immediately enjoy using it and healthy behavior skyrocketed. In modern life, rewards often come after a delay, like getting paid at the end of the month or losing weight slowly over time. To maintain new habits, add immediate rewards. One couple wanted to cook at home more and eat out less. Each time they avoided dining out, they immediately transferred money into a trip to Europe savings account, seeing instant growth in savings. Think about how you could reward your new habits immediately to reinforce them and keep your motivation high. Could you give yourself a small treat or visually track your progress each time you complete a positive action? Even with strong motivation, staying consistent can be challenging. That's where habit tracking and contracts come in. Habit tracking involves visibly marking each day you complete your habit, creating a satisfying sense of progress. Benjamin Franklin famously tracked his adherence to virtues every day, building strong, positive habits. Habit contracts add accountability by defining consequences for failing to maintain your habit. Entrepreneur Brian Harris signed a contract promising to pay his trainer and wife significant sums if he failed to meet health goals. Knowing others were watching motivated him to succeed. Why not create your own habit tracker today? Even better, commit to a habit contract with a friend or family member to boost your accountability. Remember, consistent small actions add up to significant results. What simple step will you take now to build habits that change your life? Follow and subscribe to SlashLore for more inspiring book summaries.